The Mahayuti press conference was held just a while back, in which the Mahayuti alliance partners took pot shots at the MVA alliance leaders. Well, what we do understand at this point in time, what has been said in the meeting is that Ajit Pawar has hit out at the MVA partner, saying that the opposition has been trying to set a fake narrative for several days. They've been claiming that the elections would be held in multiple phases, but the election commission made its decision and decided to keep the election in just one phase. Well, what the Mahayuti alliance partners also said, that we were blamed for the policies which we introduced. They've said we emptied the coffers of this state, but before the elections we've taken several decisions in the last cabinet. Let's try and take more information about that big press briefing that happened just a while back from my colleague Radhika. Radhika, take us through the details.
That's right. Just a day after the poll dates were announced by Mahayuti, by the Election Commission. Of course, now the Mahayuti government taking a press conference. Just a few days back, Kitty, MVA also took a press conference which spoke about the alleged corrupt report card of Mahayuti government, spoke about certain schemes that were corrupt, and also went on to speak about how they were using money and sort of muscle power to buy corporators as well as MLAs. So therefore, a report card of sorts were spoken about in that particular press conference. So attacks and counterattacks happening now. This is a counter to that particular press conference of the MVAs. Mahayuti there, all the top leaders, including the Chief Minister as well as the Deputy Chief Ministers present there, speaking about highlighting the development work that they did over the last few years, and how the opposition is hell-bent on setting up false narrative as far as the state of Maharashtra is concerned, and as far as the ruling party is concerned. So therefore, they went on to talk about how they've done much for the welfare of farmers in terms of subsidy, in terms of waiver in electricity, and several other schemes launched for the farmers, and also went on to talk about Ladki Behan scheme, which they say is very popular, is a very popularly accepted scheme now, and about the youth-centric schemes as well. So this is more or less a blowing the trumpet sort of a press conference where the Mahayuti government is countering what the MVA had been alleging and going on to talk about all the development work they have done over the last 2.5 years.
The Mahayuti leaders just held a press conference and have hit out at the MVA alliance partners, saying that the opposition has been trying to set up a fake narrative, and that has been clearly demolished. What the leaders of the Mahayuti have been claiming is that the opposition has been so far, from so many days, has been saying that the election commission would decide on having elections in multiple phases, but the election commission did not do so. Also on your charge that the policies that were introduced by the Mahayuti have emptied the coffers of the state. That has not happened. Instead, the Ladki Behan Yojana is quite popular in the state. How would you respond?
First of all, there are even minor girls not safe. They are not sitting for your 1300 rupees. They are sitting for their respect, their dignity, and they are willing to earn money through various legal channels, and definitely through some education, through some development. Instead of paying in 1300 rupees, because 15 lakh they could not send, so now they are giving 1500 rupees to silence the people. But people of Maharashtra are not psychos or mad that they will get under your impressions, and then they will give in and just give you votes. I mean, this is really pathetic. And when it comes to the Uddhav Thackeray's Sarkar, which was definitely there with the Maha Vikas Aghadi, and we have very good coordination with our allies, and we are very sure about the upcoming elections also as well. Just by manipulating things, and people haven't forgotten that when in COVID there was such a dire straits, and people were very happy in Maharashtra till they were in Maharashtra. As soon as they left Maharashtra and they went to other states, the wages of the laborers were definitely not paid over there. There was no food, there was no shelter, there was no water. The central government was theirs only, the BJP government, but nothing had been done. Once they reached UP, Bihar and other states, they were saying we were better off in Maharashtra. So this proves that our honorable CM, Shri Uddhav Thackeray, was the right CM for Maharashtra, and will come with a banging and thumping majority.
So will he also become the chief minister if the Mahavikas Aghadi comes to power?
We see everybody have accepted Shri Uddhav Sahib Thackeray that he is and was fit to be the CM of Maharashtra even at that time. Even today we are in tune with our allies and there is no issue. Uddhav Thackeray Sahib has been chosen by everybody, not only because he is a Shiv Sena chief, but also because of his humility and being a Kutumb Pramukh. And we are sure that our Kutumb Pramukh will definitely come back.
Okay, so all alliance partners would agree on that, you're saying?
Yes, I don't think there is any dispute about this. We are just every allies and every people who are having seat sharing. They are just about that. The discussion is about that. There is no dispute that Uddhav Thackeray Sahib is fit to be the CM.
Well, of course. All right. All right. So you're putting a stamp on that. Absolutely. All the alliance partners would also agree to that. That's what you're saying. He will become the chief minister. He will be the chief ministerial face of the MVA if it comes to power. However, Uddhav Thackeray so far had gone on to say that once the Mahayuti announces their CM face, then only the MVA would do so. All right, sir. Also, are you satisfied with the election commission deciding to announce elections to happen in one phase? Because what the Mahayuti has been saying, that you've been trying to set a fake narrative saying that elections would take place in multiple phases in Maharashtra.
Ma'am, actually, we are very disappointed with various departments under the rule of the central government as well as the state government. This Minde Sarkar, this BJP Sarkar has really not only taken the people for a ride, but be honest politicians. There are still some politicians who are honest. That's why this world is going on. And there are still a lot of good human beings because of this world is going on. It is very pathetic. Not only are we disappointed in so many departments since the state government has come and since the central government has been there, people have been taken for a ride, but definitely justice will prevail soon. And all these multiple phases and all, they are just fake narratives. There are a lot of narratives which have been faked. I mean, if I give you a list, your program will get over, but my list will not get over.
Okay, sir. We'll find time for that also, sir. But later maybe. Meanwhile, thank you so much for speaking to NDTV and sharing your views there. Well, that's the latest now coming in at this point in time. Big political face-off that's taking place between the MVA alliance partners as well as the Mahayuti. The Mahayuti just did a press conference, and in that press conference, well, huge charges have been leveled by the Mahayuti alliance partners, Eknath, Shinde, Devendra Fadnavis, Ajit, Pawar, who were part of this press conference, claimed that the opposition has been trying to set a fake narrative. My colleague Radhika here. Radhika, so we've spoken to Ajit K. Sopariwala, and he's clearly put a stamp on Uddhav Thackeray as the chief ministerial face. Well, that was pretty much clear. However, the MVA was a bit hesitating to announce that officially.
You know, as far as chief ministerial candidate phase is concerned, both the Mahayuti and MVA have not really come up with a name. There have been talks, there have been discussions on it. While Uddhav Thackeray wants a chief ministerial phase to be announced as far as the entire MVA equation is concerned, NCP and Congress not really for it. They believe that it can be done post the elections. However, as far as Mahayuti is concerned, a lot of names doing the rounds, and they are also doing a wait and watch at this point. So it could be Eknath Shinde, it could be Devendra Fadnavis, we are not entirely certain, but nobody really coming out with a chief ministerial face. But yes, today an important press conference, and there will be more such press conferences in the next few days where there will be attacks, counter-attacks, allegations, counter-allegations. That's what we've been seeing. Earlier, MVA, in fact, took a press conference with a report card for Mahayuti, calling it a charge sheet of corruption, and spoke about alleged scams of Mahayuti. Now, Mahayuti countering it, saying, talking about the work they've done for the people, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of service, in terms of education, employment. Right. So this is a sort of a report card Mahayuti is presenting of itself. So yes,
absolutely.
We'll have to see.
Just a few days left for elections to be held in Maharashtra.
Them talking about
well, it's going to be only a single-phase election, so not much time is left. And of course, all parties would try to woo the voters. Well, high-octane campaigning is, of course, taking place in Maharashtra. That press briefing also that happened just a while back, in which multiple claims have been made by the Mahayuti leaders, and also a sharp attack on the MP.